Mauricio Pochettino openly comes out and tells the world how many midfielders we need. I agree with him, by the way. Reece James, well, he does the right thing. He openly comes out and explains what has happened last year and how frustrating it was. And finally, are Chelsea about to make a big mistake? With Gallagher and Chalobah potentially leaving the club, Chelsea are opting to take a centre-back that they moved on, who in my opinion is not better than Chalobah. Let's get into it. Let's break it down. Let's get into the little details. Let's go. Welcome to the Kavkas View, brother. Okay, you lot got the running order already, but there's one other story about Moreira and why he's going to be staying and Angelo's going to be moving forward, going on loan. But I need you lot to do me one massive favor. We're 1,200 people away from 30k. I need you lot to do me a massive favor and hit that subscribe button now. And if you've already subscribed, the biggest thing you guys can do is share this content. So hit that share button and share it on your social media feeds. And number two, just like the video. I want 1,000 likes on this video. It really helps with the algorithm and I greatly appreciate it. But now, let's break it down. It looks like Pochettino and I are on the same wavelength. And when I tell you we're on the same wavelength, is because I think we really agree at what this team needs and how it's going to get on the next level. Poch doesn't know me, but I know him through reading on the internet. So I feel like we're vibing over here. So let me break this down for you guys in a nice, simple way. Pochettino believes that Gallagher should be staying at the club. He's openly said he likes him a lot. As at this moment, he is part of the plan. And more importantly, the big one here, he believes we need one more midfielder. And this is where I come in. I am not averse to selling Gallagher. I really am not. I think we can upgrade on Gallagher, but the time we are in the window, I don't think it's the end of the world if Gallagher stays. I just don't want him being a regular starter on a week in, week out basis. I don't want him being ahead of Santos, and that's just it, okay? So we agree to disagree here. I've got no problem with it. But with getting the one centre midfielder in and what he said in his press conference, I totally agree with him. Get me Moises Caicedo, and I'm going to be very happy with the remainder of the window. We can have these options, and it's going to be simple. Enzo, Caicedo, backup options, Carney in an emergency, Gallagher in an emergency, Santos as first choice off the bench. That works for me. That gives us balance. That gives us a nice sense of young, experienced players with players that have got enough minutes in the tank to be deemed experienced players in Gallagher. And a lot of people are going to say we need leadership. One of those people is Mauricio Pochettino. And I agree with him. We do need leadership. But I also think what Mauricio Pochettino needs to take into account, and I think this is very important right now, I think Mauricio Pochettino needs to take into account his starting left back is going to be either Cucurella or Ben Chilwell. Needs to step up and be a leader in this team. His right back's going to be Reece James. Needs to step up and be a leader in this team. He's got 3 years of Premier League experience in Ben Chilwell and Reece James. They need to step up. You've got Thiago Silva. He can be a leader in this team. You're stuck with Kepa Gallagher at this moment in time. He needs to be a leader in his team. These players need to step up and be lead. They need to guide players. You've got Raheem Sterling in your squad. He needs to step up and be a leader in this team. And once those 5 step up and be leaders, it's going to bring the best out of Enzo Fernandez, who could be a leader in a year's time. It hopefully will bring the best out of Moises Caicedo in a year's time, who will be a leader in this team. There are Champions League winning players in this squad. There are individuals that have won Premier League titles in Raheem Sterling. And Thiago Silva has won a lot of trophies all over the world. So it's about time we stop making excuses for some of these players and we tell them it's time to step up and be the examples for the young players. And the young players need to play without fear and with pure confidence. And I think Pochettino is the right manager to do so, and this is the way that we need to be going. When it comes to this project, I sometimes have no clue what Chelsea are trying to do, but I'm trying to be open-minded, and on this occasion I actually think I'm a bit confused. So it looks like Chelsea want to move on Gallagher, and they've rejected a £40 million bid. Poch wants him to stay, but the £40 million bid was rejected because Chelsea want 50 million. And if they get 50, Connor can go. If not, Connor stay. No problem with that. But, and this is where the big but comes in, Chalobah is available for £25 million. Inter Milan are actively trying to find the money to make this deal happen. This is being reported by numerous sources. And Chelsea's alternative to Chalobah is Go and get Mark Guehi. Mark Guehi from Crystal Palace. Chelsea believe that they could get the £50 million evaluation of the player down to around about, say, 40 million, 45 million. Chelsea have a £20 million sell-on fee because he was our player. So they can negotiate Palace down somewhere close to 35 million. And then the argument becomes, Trevor Chalobah, keep him and lose the 25 million that you're going to get on the books by selling him, or go get Mark Guehi and pay £35 million. And I don't know about you guys, but I don't think there's much of a difference between the two players. If anything, I think Trevor's got more Champions League experience. Trevor's got more winning rate of playing in England at a good club that is representative of the level that Chelsea are. I think Trevor knows how it is to be in and around better players, the Rudigers, the Christensens, the Thiago Silvas, playing in front of Mendy at a period of time, playing under for Tuchel. I think Trevor might be the better player. I think Mark Guehi is a good player. I really do. I don't think he's a horrible player. I think he's a very good player. But is he the missing piece for Chelsea Football Club? I don't know. Like, I think it's very interesting that we're going after somebody that used to be in our academy when really we should just be keeping Trevor Chalobah. That's my personal opinion. I think Trevor is the one that we should be keeping. Trevor should not be on the list of people to be leaving the club. The player doesn't want to leave. Trevor is somebody that wants to stay at the club, that can fill multiple holes if they get created. Right back, he can play there. Centre defensive midfield, he can play there. Centre back, he can play there. You want a back three or a back four, he can do a job. But, and this is a big but, the club look like they want to cash in on him and they want to go after Mark Guehi. I don't know why, but some sources are saying that it's due to leadership capabilities and they don't believe Trevor has them. All these intangibles are playing in. If Poch is happy with moving him on and bringing Mark Guehi in, I've got no problem with it. Because like I said, I do think Mark is a good player, but it's just a little bit of a lateral move. It's very sideways. So that's just my personal opinion. I want to know yours in the comments below. We're starting to see what the board were doing when they signed Moreira and when they signed Angelo. So like I reported in 2 days ago in the video where I spoke about Angelo going back and Strasbourg's chief executive openly saying he's going to go on tour, he's going to come back after the tour and come on loan to Strasbourg for a year. That is evident to see. And we kind of got an answer from Moreira why that's going to happen. Moreira has actively said he is going to stay at the club. He's going to do his very best to break into the team, and he will have to take his opportunities when they're given to him. Twitter, being Twitter, melted down, but I think I've got an explanation of what he means. Moreira has only played in Portuguese League B, right? For Benfica B. He's never played a lot of first team football at a good level. So when I tell you a good level, I mean Premier League, La Liga, Serie A, Liga 1, or maybe Portuguese League, First League, right? He's always played in lower level. What I think is going to happen is he's going to go into the under 21. I think Chelsea got him for free. They sold him on the project. They said, look, smash it in the under 21s. We'll get you a loan in the future. If you've been good in the under 21s, we could promote you in some cup games, give you some minutes here and there. And that's how they're going to sell him on the project. Angelo, who's had 4 seasons of first team football, is evidently too good to play for under 21s football. And he's too good just to sit on the bench and be wasted. So he's going to go to Strasbourg and he's going to try shine there. For me, I got no problem with that now. It makes sense if you're keeping Moreira, why this is happening. If we are going to go and sign Kudos, then it makes sense why Angelo has to go on loan. It does. So I thought I'd bring this explanation to you guys. I want to hear whether you think I'm overthinking it, whether I'm giving you too much of a detailed answer here and it's not starting to make sense. But I think I'm bang on the money here. I genuinely do. So when it came to Reece James, right, in a press conference, Reece James did something that most footballers tend to do. After a period of time, they start to leak stuff without meaning. Stuff that happened behind closed doors. They all of a sudden get comfortable and they start talking about it and forget, you guys weren't in the dressing room. I wasn't in the dressing room. I don't know what's true. But remember when Reece James put that whole story out on Instagram and said, if they ain't laying the bricks with you, they're not going to be here for the long run or something like that. And everybody said, oh my God, stop being reactionary. It's non-football related. Well, I think he kind of confirmed it was football related. Reece James said there were a lot of players that just didn't want to be at Chelsea anymore last year. And it showed. He really went into like minor detail of how a lot of players' effort levels, a lot of players' attitude was just really negative influence. And I always say in a team, one bad egg, one bad apple could really start to erode a few. And can you imagine if you have 40 individuals in a squad and around about 12 of them are not going to even make the match day squad on the bus, let alone the match day game team? It doesn't work out. It doesn't end well for individuals. So attitudes will stink, attitudes will be nasty, attitudes and comments will be made consistently. And this is just not a good environment to be around. And what I think was very telling is Reece is publicly saying this. I think he fired shots at some old team. I really do. I think he didn't put any names out there because he didn't want to stir drama. But I think he had enough of certain individuals and he was just ready to say it. And for me, under Pochettino, from what I've seen, I've been very impressed, peeps. I really have. I think we need to be very respectful of what we are seeing. We need to love what we are seeing at the moment. And there is a game tonight, but I think it's going to be very late, so there's going to be no video on it tonight. There's going to be a video on it tomorrow. But guys, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. Be very positive about what's coming up this season. I am very excited. We need to buy in. There's a lot to be excited about this team. There is a lot of work left to do. Of course, do not call me deluded. Do not say, Alex, you're living in cloud cuckoo land. I'm not flip-flopping. I'm just very excited about the project that we're currently undertaking. So like I said, hit the like button. We got 1,200 individuals to get us close to that 30k target within the next 4 days. Please subscribe now if you made it. Like the video and share it, man. Come on. Literally, it goes so far when you share it. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel.